You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast.
Hey everyone, you're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic, a Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. I'm Joey Cheng, your totally not evil game master. Today I'm here with our players, Willie Goo.
Hey, it's Willie. How are y'all doing?
Roy Argoyes.
Hey, welcome back.
And Jeremiah Cushman.
Hello.
And we're just going to talk a little bit about what Dungeons & Dragons is, if you've never heard of it before. Also, the setting of the campaign and Willie, Roy, and Jeremiah's characters.
Sweet.
So I think the best way to describe what Dungeons & Dragons is, especially if you really have never heard of it before, is as a collaborative storytelling game. Essentially, there's me, the dungeon or game master, who creates a world for the players, and that's Willie, Jeremiah, and Roy. Their characters essentially have their own unique characteristics and stats, and basically what they're going to do is they're going to run around in the world and explore it and do whatever they really want. Whenever their characters want to do something like lockpick open a door, punch someone, or cast a spell, they're going to roll dice, and based on the statistics of their characters and a bar that I set, we'll see whether or not they succeed. Did you guys have anything to add?
No, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, the purpose of all this is so that we can have fun playing in Joey's little sandcastle world. The hope is that we don't die.
In real life or in the game?
Yes.
Both, yes.
Yeah, I demand you have fun.
That's how you spell win, F-U-N.
Yeah, there is an element of dramatic tension because characters can die, though it is... In my campaigns, that's relatively rare. As far as the campaign goes, the setting is a little bit different from your standard Dungeons & Dragons setting. Usually, these settings are more fantasy. For ours, though, and this podcast, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be set in a single city, in a world in which magic has already been figured out and basically privatized and industrialized. So it's going to be a little bit of a more modern setting with cars, corporations, and guns, but it's also going to still maintain a sort of that fantastical, magical element. There is a little bit of homebrew in that regard. There's going to be a lot of single-use items called Magitech and Magitite that are going to allow the players and the NPCs to cast spells, which they normally wouldn't be able to.
Fireball.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys are excited about or particularly interested in?
I'm excited to fight because I don't do much fighting in real life, so this is an outlet.
Likely story.
Just wait till we get into the Adequately Advanced Magic LARPing.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know how we're going to make that into a podcast, though.
Well, that won't be a podcast. That'll be a video cast, right?
There'll be a vlog.
We'll live stream our LARPing.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be if enough people donate to the Patreon.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Is it really pronounced Patreon?
I have no idea, actually.
Okay.
I always said it Patreon in my head.
I thought it was Patreon.
That's how I say it in my head.
All right, Willie. Well, you mentioned you wanted to fight.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your character?
Yeah. So my character is Jack. He's a fighter. Fighter class. Is that the right term?
Just fighter.
Just a fighter. He's kind of like he's a human, fairly young, mid-20s. He's kind of like your normal person. He works in a factory, one of these magic company subsidiary factories. Just kind of wants to bring back a paycheck for his mom and his two younger siblings. Pretty risk averse. He's lost his dad in a factory accident, who used to also work in a factory. That's why he lost it in the accident. Yeah, he's skinny, pretty quiet, kind of disheveled, and he's just looking to stay out of trouble. He's really hoping his younger siblings have a better life than he does. He just kind of wants to put his head down and work. And even though the job sucks, but he's willing to take on that sacrifice.
But trouble's gonna find him, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Seems likely.
Yeah, jokes on everybody. We're just doing a podcast about a dude working in a factory. All right, Roy, do you want to speak a little bit about your character?
Sure. My character's name is Niklaus Grunigen. He is a human male, mid-30s. He had kind of done the salaryman thing at one of the big corporations in Falcon's Reach. And he ran into some trouble at work, got caught up in some stuff, and now he's kind of on the run. As a sorcerer, his background or his feature, I don't even know what they call it, was from just aberrant mind. And so from there, he's all his life heard like these voices kind of like in the background. He's kind of worked to kind of like suppress them, but events transpire that kind of put those barriers he put up to the test, and he's trying to figure out why he's hearing these things and why the things at work have kind of gone crazy.
I'm glad we reached that age where the corporate lifestyle is the one that we most identify with. All right, well, how about you, Jeremiah?
I am playing Hercure, a half-orc druid who's grown up sort of in the bad parts of the city. He's lost both his parents, tragically. He's very young. He's still only 19.
Still a teenager.
So he's sort of been coping with that. He's withdrawn into himself a lot and become obsessed with sort of things growing in the dead parts of the city. So abandoned buildings, lichens, mosses, things like that. And that's his sort of druidic background is in those things. So he's kind of off. He is sort of as coming out of his shell, feels like he wants to make the neighborhood he's from better some way, somehow, amidst all the poverty and related violence and whatnot.
Safe move going with the dead parents.
Yeah. You can't kill them. I already did.
Can't kill what's already dead. It's got to bring them back somehow.
Uh-oh. I mean, in at least one case, I can see how you might. Anyway.
So just for reference, Roy, Jeremiah, and I have been playing D&D for some time now, but it is actually Willie's first time. So if you're completely new, don't worry. This will allow us to explain some of the concepts and rules. And in general, you'll probably pick it up pretty quickly. Anyways, that's about it for this Session 0 episode. If you're listening to this, then at least one episode of the actual podcast should be up.
Unless you're one of our valued beta listeners, in which case, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Stuart. But yeah, you'll be able to find the first episode and any future episodes at adequatelyadvancedmagic.com. We'll see you guys then.